I don't regret leaving, but Alex is a very good looking boy. And I mean, all these thirsty girls on here are fighting over him at the minute. So I don't know if I'd enjoy being part of that fight because I like to win.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today. It's so great to see you. I'm sorry that you've left. I wouldn't say early because it is, you stood in most of the season, but I'm
Mhm.
pretty sad to see you go. How are you feeling now that you've managed to watch the episode back?
I'm feeling good, to be honest with you. I feel like if I was going to leave the Masseria in any way, it had to be done like that. It had to be the iconic exit that was given. So I'm feeling pretty good watching it back. I'm obviously sad that I didn't get to find love in the Masseria, but I did find great friends and a great gay circle, which I do find very important.
Yeah, something since you brought it up straight away, let's just dive in. I think something that's really great about this show is a lot of like gay and bisexual and queer men do really, really struggle to connect with other men like us. I've certainly experienced it,
Yeah.
as you've just said, and I think this show, both seasons of the boy version, people have left really feeling like they've gained that. Was that something that you instantly felt when you got into the Masseria that you were like, there's definitely people I can leave here knowing I've got friends for life?
Definitely. So I've not actually really had a really big gay circle at all. I've had like a couple of gay friends here or there, but never really close connections. And walking in there and looking at all of the different boys, I was like, there's definitely going to be people here that I can connect with and vibe with, even if it's not on a romantic level. And as we've seen, like I've got a new best friend, which is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, just having that support from someone who's also gay and understands you a little bit more than the girlies do in a sexual sense, it's really nice to have and be able to connect with and just relate to that, really.
Obviously you filmed this back in like September, so you've had time to actually, I guess, build on that friendship since it. I know we're only seeing it now, but you've had a while with it. Are you still friends with, I mean, Jack is who I'm assuming you're talking about. How is that going? You're still like best friends?
Jack is like my ride or die. He's literally like my bestie. We're on the phone, like, because he's obviously in Liverpool, I'm in Leeds. We're on the phone every day for like 3 hours.
I love that. That is so cute. And it's been now, I think, 3 days since the episode aired. What has the response been like?
It's been quite good, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people have been getting the self love message, which I was trying to portray when I was leaving. So that's been quite nice that people have been able to look at kind of picking up on that and being like, yeah, do you know what? You've inspired myself to give myself some self love and do something for myself. So getting these messages off people have been really nice and like heartwarming to be like, maybe I'm inspiring people to love themselves a little bit as well.
Yeah, that's so cute. I love the way you did it with the I'm gonna kiss myself. I was like, oh, I love that. But I do need to ask you something, which I always think when I watch dating shows is my personal idea of hell would be watching myself meet guys for the first time and trying to date them. I can't physically envision doing that myself. Have you learned anything through watching these episodes and seeing you interact with the various people that you kind of form connections with?
Definitely. I feel like at first when I was watching it, I was like, oh my God, Jordan, what is going on? What are you doing? Like, how are you shooting your shot like that? So I think it's just like what I've learned is to be like more open and honest with people from the get-go as opposed to kind of going in with that surface level.
Mm.
As we seen when I had the conversation with Jordan, like I was watching that back and I was like cringing, but it did let us understand each other on a deeper level than me just cracking a few jokes here or there and hoping for the best. So yeah, the lesson that I've learned is definitely to open myself up a lot more.
Did you watch season one?
I did watch season one, yep.
So I don't know if you agree. I think this season is moving much harder and faster than season one did.
Yeah, definitely, a
Yeah,
hundred percent.
and probably harder than the girls one as well. I think like by the end of episode one, we already had people forming connections, and you being one of them. Because I did rewatch it yesterday. Because I actually couldn't remember who had been with who. I actually didn't even, in my memory, even though it was only 2 weeks ago, I'd forgotten you'd even been matched with Rory to begin with
Literally.
because it was over so fast. But um, was obviously you had three sort of, I would say, strong connections while you were there in Rory, Jordan, and Baraka. Um,
Yeah.
was there a specific moment though where you decided before that kiss off the final one, do you know what? I've got what I'm going to get from this. That's it. Do you remember there being a moment where you had that?
There was a moment, and I think the reason I kissed Baraka is I wanted to find out if there was going to be a spark there. I wanted to see if there was going to be the initial spark, and as I said, it's I kissed a boy, not I talked to a boy. So I thought, let's just do it. So went in with the kiss, and there wasn't really the spark there for me, and I thought I didn't really want to lead myself on or lead anybody else on in that situation. So I thought, let me do what's best for me and for the other boys who might have a genuine connection in here, as I didn't feel like I had one at that time.
But you know what? There is also something to be said. I don't know if you feel like this, but in not having the person not turn for you and you just being able to be like, do you know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think that coming into the show, that would have been one of my worst nightmares if I was there turning for somebody and they was like, nope. I would have literally had internal embarrassment and I don't think I would have been able to recover from that.
Oh, stop. It's so funny. But after it's pretty much instantly after you leave, we see Alex enter the Masseria.
God,
Now
Alex.
obviously. Oh, okay. Right. Well, I was going to ask you, did seeing his arrival make you now be like, oh gosh, I should have stayed, or no?
So I don't wish I would have stayed. I don't regret leaving. I feel like if Alex was in there while I was in there, maybe things could have been a little bit different. He's a very attractive boy. We both have connections to the Caribbean, so there definitely could have been conversations that was had there. But no, I would say I don't regret leaving. But Alex is a very good-looking boy, and I mean, all these thirsty girls on here are fighting over him at the minute. So I don't know if I'd enjoy being part of that fight because I like to win.
And I kind of believe you would have, to be honest. But
Thank you, Connor. Me too.
like we were speaking about just now. So at the beginning, you were matched with Rory. That
Yeah,
quickly turned to friendship, and it was very like wholesome. There was no drama with that, and that was great. However, you then both sort of not. I don't know if caught feelings is the word, but you both were interested then in Jordan.
yeah.
In that kiss off where Jordan ultimately turned for you, were you expecting him to, or were you kind of like, I might go home tonight?
There was a little doubt in the back of my head thinking I'm gonna go home, but I was like, I'm a bad diva. Like you can't send
Yeah.
a bad diva home. And if you do, Jordan, I'm gonna hate you for life. But no, I kind of went into it thinking whatever's gonna happen's gonna happen. Like I'm a big believer in just letting the universe take control of what I am doing.
Mm.
So when he did pick me, I was very happy and I was very grateful, and I did want to explore that connection. But if I was to have gone home at that point, that would have been my time, and I would have been okay with that.
Something that we did see you and Jordan really connect over was your shared connection of grief. And I think something
Yeah.
season, the show in general, all three seasons, but this season has really, really been so good at having those really important discussions. We've seen HIV be discussed, we've seen the grief, we've seen also transphobia with Lars discussing
Yeah.
that. What is the power, would you say, as someone that's been in that masseria, of having these discussions amongst people who understand, but also having them air on a major network like the BBC?
It's been beautiful, to be honest with you. As I said, like I don't really like speaking about things like that, and then having it aired on national television. I was a bit like, oh my God, what is this? But the response that I've got from people who have actually related to the same situation
Mm.
has been really nice and who have been in the same kind of boat as what me and Jordan have both been in. As you kind of seen, like me and Jordan had never kind of met anybody who had shared that same experience. So being able to connect on that and knowing that I can now speak to Jordan, like if I am feeling down or if I am feeling a certain way about it, because the emotions do still come up,
Yeah.
it's really nice to know that I now have that support. So I
Mm.
do think the importance of speaking like about things like this on this platform that we have been given are very important because you don't know who's like suppressing their emotions deep down inside and who isn't really being able to speak to it or doesn't know that anybody else relates. So I do think it is quite powerful.
Speaking more broadly about the show, was there anything, obviously you've seen season one, was there anything that once you got to the Masseria and by the time you'd left that really shocked you about your experience that was nothing like you'd imagined?
I just think, oh my God, this moves a lot faster than I first seen. I was like, this is like, oh my God, this is like speed dating. Because like watching season one, I was like, these guys are taking the time a little bit more, which was nice. But that's kind of what my expectation was going to be, you know, going from watching like season one, watching the girls. I was like, okay, it's going to move a bit slower. Oh no, we like to be messy.
It's been so funny watching this season just because like obviously I got to meet you all before.
Yeah.
And it would be so funny just kind of seeing how things sort of transpire and what I kind of imagined is not what I thought was going to happen either at the same time. But I digress. And look, I know you can't give much away, but if you were to tease the reunion, what could people expect from it?
I think the outfits are going to be the main thing. It's going to be like the outfits are going to be on point. Well, mine is anyway. Can't speak for the other boys. And I just think it's going to be because we've all seen each other. We've all had like different experiences, and we're all going to have seen what's happened on the show. And some people might not have liked what things have been said at different points.
Mm.
So there might be a little bit of drama, but I'm not too sure. I can't speak for the other boys.
Love that. And lastly, Jordan, now that this experience is kind of coming to an end for you, what are you hoping to gain from it? What's next for you?
What's next for me? Oh, that's a very good question, Connor. So I would
So
say
you got to
watch this
think about it.
space.
It's a hard one to think about, isn't it?
Watch this space. I definitely think there is going to be a podcast on the upcoming from me and Jack X. That's something that we want to look at getting in the pipelines. But just see more of this gorgeous face on your screen.
Well, Jordan, thank you so much. I'm so sorry that it's over for you, but it has been so amazing to watch you and meet you, and I'm so happy for you that you got everything you wanted from it. Well, maybe not a man, but everything else.
I've got a wife in Jack X, so that's fine.
A wife will last you longer than a man from the
Of
Masseria.
course,
Do that.
definitely. A
Yeah.
wife is for life.